Welcome back, everyone. This time we're talking about the 5th session recap for the Malifaux Narrative League. Alright, you guys know the drill by now, so let's kick right into it. This week, our winner overall is the Explorer Society with just shy of 20% of the league points earned. And coming in second place this week is the Outcasts with just under 18% of the league points earned. Rezzers were so close, they missed it by almost a single match. So, anything can happen. Keep reporting your results. And not too far behind, we had the Bayou. Arcanists, Guild, and Neverborn were a little bit lacking this week, but unfortunately 10 Thunders representation was very low this week. So if there are any 10 Thunders players listening, come on down, report your games. They could use your help. And that brings us over to the map of Malifaux City. The Explorer Society have claimed the Burns, and the Outcasts have claimed the last section of the slums in the northwestern part of the city. So almost 5 territories left to claim. We'll have 2 next week, 3 on week 7, and then stuff's going to get crazy from there. And we had a couple pretty notable events this week in terms of achievements. So we had Ben Varnum getting Guild Hoffman 1 Unlimited Power. Tyler got McMorning 1 Complete the Procedure. McMorning 2 Extra Everything. And Molly 2 Can't Stop the Beat. And Turtle Club 13 got Rezzer Jackdaw 1 Guilty Until Proven Innocent. We had for the first time somebody get 2 achievements in a single game, which I guess we didn't really think was a thing that you could do, but we didn't expressly forbid it. And so Tyler took McMorning 2 or McMorning 1 and Molly 2 in a single game and got both achievements in the same game. So congrats, Tyler. You're the first person to get a double achievement in a single game. Wild. Also, you took both of the achievements I was going for this week with McMorning games, but it's fine. Well done. Congratulations. And special shout outs at this point to Keith and Keith D, who both have 3 league firsts. Tyler, who now has 4 league firsts after getting 3 of them this week. And Turtle Club 13, who still has the most league firsts at 5. So it's anybody's game if you want to be the most league firsts. Make sure to check out our Discord to see what achievements have and have not yet been gotten. That list is updated before this video goes live, so it'll be available there with all of the league achievements that have not yet been gotten. So that way you can get a special shout out for completing an achievement league first next week, or next session I should say. And right on to the awesome stuff that happened in league reporting this week. We had Diarmid playing against Zendar, who flipped a red joker on triple negative damage to kill a Draugr against Zendar. Ben was playing a game against Antonio, and Antonio using 2 mindless zombies as basically throwaway tokens to set up Grave Golem on berries, which is a cool thing that I saw for the first time at Captain Con this year when Jacob Martin from Boarding Conversation did that to me. So I definitely get that. Very cool and super fun and thematic for sure. Keith D was playing a game against Vindimus where he set up a situation where Cooper and the Malisaurus managed to kill a Carriffy duet and position them such that as the 2 mannequins replaced the duet from its demise, immediately died when they were put in a pit trap. And Gwen played against Ed and had a wild game. So Eric had 5 health when Jedza activated and cheated out a red joker on the free attack off of Dredge Up, but after a minus flip for damage, flipped to 13 and a black joker, and then proceeded to fail 2 following Dredge Up attempts, could not kill him, and then would later go on to black joker on a future turn with a Vitahagi Huntsman against Eric to let him, I think, survive until the end of the game. Yannick Walker killed both a Gravegoo and a Kurgan in a single democratic election, and Gwen said that this broke their immersion because no democratic election in their lifetime has ever been so efficient, which is very funny. Finally, Ed tried to rig a Steam Trunk to double Demise Explode on Yetza on the last turn, but Yedza used Off the Path to push the trunk onto Yannick and Shill, and Gwen says that although they may have lost the game, they won the Looney Tunes minigame, and I think we all agree that that's what really counts. Phil and Dave played a game where Lady Yume and Montresor were destined to be in love, but I guess Montresor wasn't having it and threw it back in her face. We had a bunch of games from Wes and Tyler this week. In one of them, a nurse with plastic surgery from the Rogue Necromancy completely destroyed Cooper because all the suits that she can build in are super, super good on that attack. Obviously, we have the game where Tyler got 2 achievements. Shout out again, that was super awesome, where he got Molly 2 and McMorning 1 in the same game. They played another game, or actually, it might have been the same game, where Molly 2's setup had a huge damage spike on Nexus 1 for a 1-2 punch finisher with McMorning 1 to also get his achievement in the same game, which was beautifully executed. We had Connor and Turtle Club 13 playing a game where a Clingy Rotten Bell ran down the board and grabbed Lord Cooper and just hung on for dear life for the rest of the game. We also had a game with Zendar and Diarmid, who had basically a bunch of scrap markers and how they had changed the model's height physically, made a mechanized pork chop basically charge into Reva, and then have the mechanized pork chop's head on the model right up against Reva 2's hand, so it looked like Reva was petting the pork chop, which is adorable. And please send pictures if you didn't, or recreate it and send pictures, post them in our Discord. I'd love to see that. It looks awesome. And then lastly, we had Tyler play El Yeah Brother, and it was crazy. So there was a Malifaux Rex that had 8 wounds. McMorning 2's plastic surgery had hurl corpse from an out of keyword Archie onto the Rogue Necromancer. The Rogue Necromancer hurled a corpse into the Curator that was in base contact with Malifaux Rex. So the Curator took a sludge with drag behind, stacking a 4th poison onto the Rex when it placed. The zombie Chihuahua's blood poisoning then poisoned the Curator, pumping 5 damage into the Rex, bringing it down to 3 health. And then at the end of the turn, the Rex took 2 damage from its own poison, and the Corpse Curator took its 2 damage onto the Malifaux Rex to kill it, which took coordination between 4 models, but nuked a Malifaux from orbit. So wild stuff from Tyler again. And congrats to everybody. Super, super awesome stuff. Please keep these coming. They're my favorite part of the video, and they're just one of the coolest things. I don't know. I can't say enough good things about these, but keep them up. And this session is going to start today, Monday, April 10th, and it's going to go until Sunday, April 23rd. This scheme pool as well is going to be on the Wedge deployment, and this week's strategy, or this session's strategy, is going to be Reckoning, and the schemes will be Assassinate, Hidden Martyrs, Search the Ruins, Hold up their forces, and Claim Jump. And as always, in just a couple seconds, you'll see a QR code on the screen. You can go ahead and use that QR code and scan it right into the app if you go to set up a game and hit the top right corner to automatically import the scheme pool, which saves you and your opponent a bunch of time. And yeah, just keep reporting the games, guys. That's how we do this. Things are heating up, and look forward to Defective Dice's video about the lore of what happened last session coming out later this week. And aside from that, keep an eye on the planet, and we'll see you soon.